All right, and we're live, pal. Once again, baby. So, hey, Andy here. And I know I say this in like every live stream video and like freaking everything nowadays, but it's certainly been a while, hasn't it? Ah, jeez. Yeah, I've been wanting to come on and stream for some time, but I just didn't really know what to say. I didn't know how to start the stream or anything really. I just been going through a whole lot in the IRLs, and I didn't really know how to come back to things. Because I went and checked, and like the last time I actually went live on any channel, much less this one, was like 3 months ago. So as you can tell, a lot has changed. But it's a colder month, so I don't feel bad growing it out a little bit. Just when it gets really hot and muggy, that you got to keep it short. But yeah, so lots been happening in the IRLs lately. So I haven't really done much in terms of YouTube. Like, it's gotten to the point to where I haven't even looked at analytics as frequently as I used to. Like, I used to like daily look at analytics on my phone on like the YouTube Studio to see if there's any new comments, any new views, or just whatever. And I checked it yesterday, but before that, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago when I checked it. And it's just strange to me to think that staying away from YouTube for the most part has caused me to just not think about it as much. And that sounds like a good thing, but really it's like, I actually like, thinking and talking about YouTube, but it just kind of is what it is right now, really. And I've just been focused on just a bunch of other different things in life, for better or worse. Obviously I bought some new well, I mean, if you've seen some of the other stuff, this isn't that new, but I did buy like a new desk, a new chair, so I'm not sitting on the floor anymore, which is good because my back just could not take it anymore. I just couldn't do it. So went invested in a chair and a nice desk off of Amazon. Got some like pads and stuff to put on the floor so I don't damage it. Though I think it's a bit overkill personally, but yeah, definitely zero chance of any sort of damage to the floor. So it's always a plus, especially if you're working with tatami. But I have like like 3 layers of protection. So I have the clear mat for the chair. Then I have like really thick like puzzle mats. Then I have a thick shag carpet, and then tatami. So like the tatami is like super safe. I don't have to worry about a dang old thing. So I feel pretty good about that. I just ordered some new camera equipment because we're going to be doing some stuff for my school, Lakeland University, Japan, and I just wanted to get some new equipment to help with that. So I'm really looking forward to a lot of the new stuff coming down the pipes, as it were. It may not be on my channels, but it's stuff I'm working on, and with borders and stuff like that opening up finally to students and business visa holders, whatever that means. Not to tourists yet, but with Japan starting to slowly open up, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable, just getting out there and making content. Whether it's for me or for other people or other businesses, it just feels right, And I decided to kind of take a break from YouTube for a lot of different reasons. One of them, especially these days, as you guys know, like the last month of the semester is always the busiest. So I'm surprised I found even just this little bit of time to talk with you guys. Because I got like so many different projects and stuff lined up. But, you know, I just had to get this out. I had to talk with you guys. Because I miss talking with you guys, you know? I miss chatting. And, you know, there's just a lot of different things that really fucked with my head, to be honest. That, you know, kind of caused me to dip away from most social media, really. And one of those was getting like massively dislike bombed, which this video probably will too, because it's just how it is, right? But yeah, I was getting just massively dislike bombed by a bunch of groups online. I don't know exactly where they all are. Best I can tell is they're from Reddit and Discord, so I have a pretty good idea of who they are, but, you know, can't say for certain. So there's that. Just getting a bunch of comments and stuff talking about that, and having some groups like talk shit about me online. It's like, you know, it started to wear on me a little bit. You know, like, it's funny because I was always of the type of like, yeah, fuck the haters, they don't know me. Like, your own mom doesn't even know you. You know, I was definitely of that mentality, but it's one of those things where, like, they keep needling you, and it just starts to get to you, you know? They just start to, like, slowly wear you down to the point where it's not even fun anymore, you know? And I think that was the main thing that caused me to pull away from YouTube, was that it just stopped being fun, you know? Because I like sitting here talking with you guys and having a good conversation, but then you get a bunch of chuckleheads coming in, just dominating, and, you know, just turning the comment section to something very toxic. And, you know, it's taken me a while to kind of put in filters, and I gotta be like really quick with, you know, catching some of these negative comments. But, you know, it just gets, you know, tiring after a while. And you start to question, like, why you're even bothering doing it anymore. And, you know, I just needed to take some time to just kind of sit back and think about it. And, you know, I wanted to move forward with the Edit by Andy stuff. That was part of the whole big rebrand for myself. You know, I moved away from the Andy-san to Edit by Andy. And, you know, I did that for a couple reasons. You know, one was to showcase that, you know, I'm a freelance video editor. It's what I do. It's how I get paid. It's how I afford shit like this, literally, among other things. And, yeah, you know, I just wanted to put myself out there as, you know, just someone who is good with the with the behind the scenes stuff, in addition to the on camera stuff, stuttering and sputtering aside. So, you know, hence the rebrand. And also because, you know, I think the Andy-san name is just kind of, you know, it's had its time. It's been over 15 years. I think total of like 16 or 17. Because I remember first using, well, Andy-san back in like 2005, like before YouTube was even a thing. I was using it on like message boards and stuff like that. But yeah, as far as the Andy-san, that came a little later because I couldn't get andysan.com because it was basically home to some old school Trekkie who nabbed it back in like 96, 95 or something like that. So decided to go with the Andy-san, and that was my name for over 15 years. But, you know, I just didn't want there to be like confusion between types of content, especially since I do Japan themed stuff. So if people were to go to like, oh, the Andy-san, you must talk about like Japan and stuff like that. And like I do, but that's mostly on the Andy Japandy side. So I just wanted a bit more separation between brands. And also, you know, due to my association with some former friends, I just didn't want my name out there in that capacity anymore, you know? Because I saw that, you know, they were getting a lot more search traffic for like talking shit about me and stuff like that than I was for like my own videos, even if I put out like hundreds, you know. It's just one of them things, right? It just becomes so associated with a certain person or a certain group to where it, you know, it's almost inescapable at times. So those are the main reasons why I decided to rebrand. And then for this channel, Andy Talks Andy, that's something I just came up with recently. I just wanted something. I don't even know. I just did it. It's like the one channel name change that I didn't even really think about, because usually I like really think about these channel name changes, like how it'll fit into the brand, the Andy brand, you know. And the Andy Talks Andy was just like, just fucking do it. Because, you know, I've done Andy Talks Navy, Andy Talks Japan, and stuff like that. So I figured just Andy Talks Andy, you know, just me talking about myself, my life, struggles, triumphs, all that fun stuff, you know. And other miscellaneous videos that don't really fit in the other two channels. But yeah, so some interesting news as far as school goes. They're going to be starting up a new internship program next semester, and you know, I definitely want to be a part of that, and I've sent in my application. They're going to be doing an interview with me sometime this month for that, and I'm also putting together a project to better market the school, just as, like, if anything, a proof of concept. And it's actually one of the assignments for one of my classes too. And it's funny because, like, two of my professors mentioned it. The one who actually assigned the assignment, and then another one from another class who just kind of mentioned, like, yeah, you should do some sort of presentation or something to, like, show the school, like, what you can do, right? Because we're going to be moving to a new building next semester. Going to be going back to in-person classes again. And, you know, they want to make, like, a big splash, right? But their way of handling right now, like, personally, I think it's just bad. It's just not very effective. It just falls very flat. Yeah, Big Andy in the cut. What up, MS? Good to see you here again. Yeah. Yeah, their marketing is just terrible. And, you know, they're looking to have some students, like, put together different marketing campaigns and run their social media accounts and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a wonderful idea. And also, with the internship program, you don't get paid in money, but you do get paid in credits. So they measure, like, how many hours you work per semester. So say, I don't know the exact breakdown, but just for example's sake, say I worked, I don't know, 50 hours, then I would get, like, 1 credit, and then 100 hours would be 2, and then it would max out at 150 for the semester to get 3 credits. But to me, it's not really about the credits, because, like, credit-wise, like, I have more than enough to graduate. Like, at this point, I'm just working on required courses for my major and minor. I have 1 more class left for my minor, and that's it. And but I'm just doing it mostly just as an opportunity, put some stuff down on my resume for work experience, you know, just to show people that, hey, you know, I did all this stuff. Hearing about Taiwan over, by the way. That lit? Yeah, I don't fucking know what's going on in Taiwan. I ain't the guy. I ain't the guy to ask about that stuff. So can't say. Yeah, in addition to the scholarship, or not scholarship, but the internship, sorry. The following semester, which will be my last semester, they're going to be starting this program called it's called a co-op program. So it's similar to the internship, but it's going to be paid, and they're going to be partnering with a bunch of different local businesses to kind of help you get internship experience. And you'll get credits for it, you'll get paid for it. There's a lot of really great benefits. It's something that's offered at the home campus, and it's one of their like signature programs. And really glad that the Japan campus is going to be offering that as well, because it's something I've been really looking forward to. And so that's going to be something I'm going to be looking forward to for my last semester, and especially since I won't have to be in school for like full time, for the last semester, because I only need like 3 more classes after that. So I figure since I'll have a little more time, I might as well get some work experience, right? And then if all goes well, then get hired in like a full-time basis, and just go from there, right? It's kind of the plan, right? Just see where things go, and see what other like opportunities and stuff are out there, because there's a lot of opportunities out there, and almost to the point to where it's like overwhelming. And like I'm in kind of a weird spot right now, to where I don't know if like other college seniors feel this way, or maybe it's just me because of my situation, but I just feel like I want to do more with things, but I can't because of visa restrictions. Like because I'm so close to graduating, and I want to get a full-time job lined up beforehand, so that way I don't have to worry about any lapses in income. And obviously with a bachelor's degree, it's going to be a lot easier to get a job than it would be with just an associate's, because at least they'll be able to sponsor my visa. So that's going to be a plus. And having all that work experience and everything lined up is going to be good. So I don't know, maybe it's just me trying to like hedge my bets a little too much, but I just want to make sure things are good to go as far as that goes. And then the school, so for my last semester, I need to get some scholarships and stuff lined up in order to help pay it off completely. I have some things lined up, but not everything 100%, as far as like funding and stuff like that goes. So the thing was, I was going to apply to one of the school scholarships, where they basically just discount some credits for a semester. They said up to 12, which is a full-time semester. And I was like, yeah, I'll just apply for that, keep my grades up, do really good with the school, just really get myself out there as somebody with skills and something to offer, right? But I found out that they're actually canceling that scholarship. So I was a little disappointed, but they did say that they're considering different types of scholarships. So that's the small silver lining in all that. So it's not a for sure thing, but as long as I keep demonstrating my value, I'm sure things will work out. And that's just basically where I'm at right now. Is just trying to, hey, what up, Jason? Is just trying to like demonstrate my value, not just to Lakeland, but to other places as well. Looking around for just different work opportunities, stuff like that, chances to network, because now that there's now that Japan's starting to open up again, and vaccines are being distributed and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I just decided to do it. Like this channel name change was like the least thought about channel name change. I just fucking did it. I didn't even really think about it. Because normally, like, I really go through like a process of thinking about stuff. But this one was just like, fuck it. I don't know. I got bored. So whatever. I think it was just because I got annoyed calling it the personal channel all the time. It's like, yeah, so on my personal channel, I'm doing this. On my personal channel, I'm doing that. Because I can't just say, well, just go to Andy. Because I don't have youtube.com/Andy to link to. Oh, it's been a little more than that. But at least 3 to 4 recently, I'll say. So who knows how long this will last, right? But this is the name for it right now. Is Andy Talks Andy. And I've been doing like the Andy Talks Japandy, Andy Talks Navy, Andy Eats Japandy. Doing a little too much of that, to be honest with you. But, yeah. Yeah, so the borders are slowly opening up. They're going to be opening up to international students and people with business visas, whatever that means. I don't know, like corporate execs or something. I don't know. So they're going to be opening that up starting in December. Yeah. Well, such is life. Honestly, I'm just glad that we're going to be getting, more people coming back here again. Getting to stimulate the economies. And also, I'll feel a lot less guilty about going out gallivanting around and filming stuff in Japan. Because that was like one of the main hang-ups I had with going out there and filming stuff during these times, was that it just, seemed to be distasteful. But now that things are starting to settle down, borders are starting to open up again, I think it's going to be a good time to get out there and do that. So, and on that note, Jesus, maybe I need another cup of coffee. My brain is like, I feel like I'm on like 60% brain mode right now. Yeah, like I was saying, we're gonna be going back to in-person classes next semester with the launch of the new campus. So that's gonna be really good. Yeah, tell me about it. But I like to stream in the mornings because that's when like everybody in America is awake. Like no other like Japan-based YouTuber really does this that I know of. Like most of the time they stream it like late at night. So it's like at the ass crack of dawn in America, and it gets. I know when I was in America looking for live streams in Japan, it got really fucking annoying. So I just wanted to make it a lot more convenient for people in the Mercajin lands, because that's my primary core audience. Because I do be that Mercajin. Plus, what the fuck else am I gonna do in the morning, right? Yeah, let's see. I guess I could give you a little tour of some revised stuff here in the old Coombe Cave. Let me grab the let me grab the camera here real quick. Give a little tour of the Coombe Cave. Okay. I'm using the monitor to like gauge what's going on. So, as I said earlier, I got a new desk. It's really freaking sweet. Just got this off of Amazon. It's what was it, like 100? Yeah, it's 100 centimeters across, 50 up, 75 up and down. So gets my little feetsies in there. And this thing's like a brick shithouse, man. It's really fucking sturdy, which is awesome. And I got new chair, obviously. And also got like some exercise mats and stuff to prevent any damage to the tatami. And also got a clear mat as well, just to be extra safe. Yeah, dual monitors is definitely something I want to do at some point, but like, where the fuck am I gonna put it with my fucking laptop? Like, if I had a desktop, this would be fucking easy. I just set it down at the bottom, or you just have it off in the corner over there somewhere. It'd be a lot easier to set up. But with the laptop taking up a lot of real estate, it's hard. I definitely want it though, but I don't know, maybe someday. But it's kind of what I'm working with now. Obviously, we got the old microphone right there, and this is like way better setup than it was when I was on the floor. Just because I had like this wire like going across my legs and shit. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Put the monitor on top of the laptop. Well, I actually did that back when I was in the box, and I think maybe that was one of the reasons why the screen on my old laptop didn't work right. Was I stacked it on top of each other, and I'm thinking maybe that like fucked with the wiring or something. So I'm not gonna do that. I learned my lesson. I'm not gonna do that again. Yeah, well, I am sitting on a chair. I'm not sitting on the floor anymore, and it's great. Yeah, especially since I am like working all the freaking time here at the desk, you know, whether it's on YouTube stuff or homework or whatever. But you know, I was thinking of maybe doing like a stacked monitor setup. I've seen some of them do that. It would actually take me back to my old Sonartech days, because that's how our watch stations were. The watch stacks was to be monitor here and then a monitor on top. That's how it would be. So I guess it would kind of be an old school tribute, right? So I could do that. As far as the mounting goes, I'd probably have to get the bracket arms, which I can do now because I have an actual desk. Couldn't do it before when I had the wimpy ass desk, which I've since converted. I didn't show you this part, but I've since converted that to the little microwave lamp thing. And yes, I have the Family Mart towel, aka the Family Chicky holder. So yeah, I just use that for holding the microwave, and I did have the dehumidifier on top of that earlier, but since it's getting crisper outside, I decided to clean it off, and it's air drying right now. I'll probably just end up putting it away here after the stream, because, you know, mold is... Yo! Is that JT? What a fam! And welcome back to a brand new stream. It's good seeing you here, dude. This has been the hottest of minutes, my guy. Staying in the same share house. Yep, still the same share house. So I decided to stay here because, you know, just rent. And now that we're actually going back to in-person classes, I'm actually kind of glad I didn't move down to Shonan, because that would have been a pain in the ass to commute. Next year, yeah, I'll be here until at least August of 2022. And then from there, we'll see with employment and all that kinds of stuff. We'll just kind of go from there. But yeah, you know, I'll be graduating in August of 2022. Woo! With my bachelor's degree. I'll be one of the... I'll actually be one of the first students from the Japan campus to graduate with a bachelor's degree, because they just started offering it. So I'll be one of the first students, and definitely one of the first American students to graduate with that degree. So, pretty exciting times, if I do say so myself. And then, I don't know if you just got in, JT, but I'm gonna be doing a yeah, man. Thanks. Yeah, I know. It seems like, you know, I've been at this for freaking ever. You know, I had a couple people, couple detractors being like, he's been doing this shit for how long? I'm like, yeah, tell me about it, dude. All right. But yes, the end is nigh. After this semester, I have 2 more, and I'm done, son. Sit, and that's all. Although, truth be told, I am actually considering getting my master's degree. I wasn't thinking about it until one of my friends, hell yeah, one of my friends was kind of telling me about, you know, getting your master's online and stuff like that. Obviously, I won't have any GI Bill left to use that, but you know, if I get in good with a company. I've heard that like a lot of companies end up like paying for it or reimbursing you some way. So if I get in good, yeah, you are 100% right there, Jason. 100%. And it's taken me a while to realize that, you know, because I've been talking about that a lot, but you know, when you're getting like bombarded with just a bunch of hate, it's you know, it's really hard to really like mean it, you know. It's like you say it, but if you're getting bombarded by so much hate, it kind of comes off as like empty platitudes. Yes sir, yes sir. And I'm also looking for new editing jobs too, hence the rebrand. So yeah, definitely some very exciting times for sure. I think the garbage truck just came. It's weird because like the garbage trucks here in Japan have like, it almost kind of sounds like the ice cream man, because they have like the little like light little jingles, and I'm like, there's no ice cream man in Japan, what the hell. And it's good for you too, hell yeah. Amazing girlfriend, good job here in Japan teaching someone famous connection future. Hell yeah, that's awesome, dude. See, that is the way. That is the way. And I'm glad that things are starting to do I feel like a foreigner still? Every day, dude. Every day. And actually with what was going on, I felt like more of a foreigner than ever. Just because I noticed like more people like staring at me and stuff. Oh, damn it, I got coffee all over the place now. That wasn't sealed properly. But yeah, you know, I just felt more like self-conscious of my foreignness than I did when I was stationed in Yokosuka. So I was stationed in Yokosuka, it was still kind of the honeymoon period. And it was nice to like get off the ship and just kind of be in Japan and like, wow, it's so great. But now that I actually like live here, and I've been in Japan this time around almost as long as I was stationed in Japan actually. I'll have to count it out to be sure exactly, but it's getting pretty close. Hold on, I gotta throw this out real quick. Made it on the bag, but didn't get it in the bag. I think that's what I most, despite the fact that hey, thanks, man. I don't think I could be a public figure on YouTube with that daily nonsense. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, I didn't start getting trolled until fairly recently. Like, every once in a while, they kind of come out of the woodwork, but it's usually just like a onesie, twosie sort of thing. But with this, like, recent surge of trolls, it just, I don't know, man, it just got to a point where it just wasn't fun, you know. And you know, it's one thing to like try and insult me. Like, I've been on the internet for a long ass time, so it's kind of whatever for me. But I just don't want like you guys, I don't want my audience to like have to deal with that bullshit, you know, because you know how it is. Like, you get somebody who has a bunch of dislikes on their video and a bunch of like mean, hateful comments, and for somebody who doesn't know who I am, know who I'm about, like, oh, this guy must be a real jagoff or something. Like, what the fuck is going on? You know? He must have said some shit. When in reality, it's not the case at all. But it's that old, and JT will attest to this old, like, perception is reality. Remember that old gem? I fucking hate it. But it does have some application in the real world, for better or worse. So a lot of people, they see you, they see your channel, they don't know who you are, and they see all this stuff, and they're just kind of looking at you like, I don't want to talk with that guy, I don't want to collab with that guy, I don't want to subscribe to that guy, he's trouble. Exactly. So that's I mean, that's the reason why I tend to like clean up my comments and stuff. You know, I got like auto filters, and you know, I just go in there and clean stuff up. You know, stuff that kind of gets away. And it's not that, you know, oh, I can't take the criticism, I can't take the heat, man. But it's just, you know, I don't want you guys to have to deal with that shit. Because, like, you know, you come on here, we come in, have a good old time, we chat, and whatever, and you get some fucking chucklehead from the JCJ, like, spouting a bunch of, like, hateful nonsense. And it just ruins the vibe for everybody, right? And, you know, it'd be different if I had, like, a lot of subs and, like a lot of comments, like hundreds or thousands, to where that shit gets buried and I don't have to deal with it. Because, you know, I've seen that sort of stuff happen with, like, someone like Eric Surf 6. You know, because I go in, if you post a new video, I go in and, like, leave a comment and stuff like that. Or, like, respond to some comments. Like, if I put something interesting in one of the videos, I tend to, like, look for people who found that part and leave a comment like, hey, thanks for that, or I like that part too. You know, just kind of drum up some engagement, you know. How many comments would I see get on the video, including bad ones? Honestly, it depends on like what the video is. Like most, if it's just like a regular update video, not that many, if at all. But if I talk about Japan, like the some of the recent ones, like the Am I Going Back to America? Am I Ending the Channel? Those videos got a lot of fucking hate. Like, just a disgusting amount of hate. Like, ugh. You know? And the thing is, like, lately they've actually been getting kind of smart about it. So I don't get too many negative comments on my channel anymore. It's always, like, off YouTube where I get it. And they leave like a lot of like thumbs down and stuff like that, so they like dislike bomb my channel, and I don't want to disable that because it just comes across as a bit cowardly. You know, it's like, oh, why'd you disable likes and dislikes? Like, something's got to be up, right? Because I know Zach Phoenix 787, he did that, and you know, at the time he was getting dislike bomb too, so I thought it was just like a temporary thing, like, oh, he'll turn it back on eventually, but he never turned it back on. And it just kind of looks silly. Speaking of which, he's been getting hated like hardcore. Although, I like Zach, he's one of my good friends, but he says some like wild shit. So, I'm not saying he deserves it, but like he should, personally I think he should be a little more tactful about some of that stuff. But, yeah, so I guess like when he started taking off, it kind of took the heat off of me a little bit. Dad? So they've been focusing mostly on him lately until they get their new shiny little toy to play with. But yeah, you know, having this time off to like really think about stuff and focus more on the future of things rather than just have YouTube like dominate my life. Is this still playing? Okay, still playing. I'm looking at the audio levels. they're not moving. Okay, cool. So, with Zach, I'm trying to remember. He got caught. He ran afoul of the JCJ. Well, it ain't his first time. He's a lot more antagonistic about it than I am. Like, I used to kind of like coke and joke with them a little bit too if they were making fun, but then they, you know, started laying their shit in a little too hard, and it became less about playful bants and more about just completely lambasting my character, and that's when I just was like, okay, I'm out. I can't deal with it. This is a little too much. But with Zach, he likes to go in there and like really antagonize him and stir the pot. But this recent time there was a clip from one of his vlogs where he's out having a barbecue with, I believe not fellow service members, but some Navy or Air Force personnel. So they have like access to the base, and they have like a bunch of American stuff, and they're just sitting on the porch barbecuing. And you know how it is with a lot of these like international get-togethers. You know, you get the Japanese people on one side, and you got all the foreigners on the other side, and you know, they're just kind of all huddled together instead of, you know, what it should be at an international get-together where everybody's mingling. But it's like, you know, that us versus them, and everybody was fucking ragging on him for that. It's like, oh great, the fucking Gaikokujin are fucking gathered together talking shit about old Hanako and Taro over there. You know, we can't be having that. And, you know, gets into some pretty extreme shit. And then they were just kind of like dunking on him for his kind of cringy behavior. You know, he used to like film a video, just making a bunch of like dumb jokes and shit. And, you know, we're filming a video, Hanako. But I mean, to me, it just seems kind of innocent. Like it's kind of just, you know, okay, whatever. But like, not enough to like rake him over the coals for it, you know. I didn't really see a problem with it, but I guess he ran afoul of the JCJ, and they've just been lambasting him ever since for that specifically. So they're like going through his whole backlog of shit and just coming up with all this like fucking memeable material. You know, making fun of his, you know, little goatee and his long hair, and the fact that he drinks Monsters and stuff like that. So they put him in like starter pack memes, like cringy gaijin and shit like that. And it's like, damn. I was like, look how they massacred my boy. Like, he didn't deserve to get fucking hit that hard, you know? But I don't know if they're still getting on him for it. I think maybe the heat might have died down, but I don't know for sure because the JCJ board went dark. So I noticed, I always like pay attention to like the analytics and stuff in my videos. So I noticed like if I get a huge uptick in dislikes or like a huge uptick in views, I'm kind of looking at like, where are these views coming from? And it used to be able to tell me like exactly where like the subdomains and stuff that came from. So I could like pin it down to a subreddit. But now it's just Reddit, Discord. Like, You know, so you kind of put two and two together. And it's like if I didn't share it on a subreddit, then who did? Okashizo. You know? Really makes you think. But yeah, so they decided to like privatize their subreddit because I guess there were some people messing it up or whatever. I don't know the whole story, but the board went fucking dark, and I was like, all right, great. So I don't have to deal with them them chuckle fucks again. So, and plus, you know, I've just been talking with a lot of other expats about the situation, and it's one of those things where it's like, the more you talk about it, the more kind of crazy you sound, right? It's like, there's these people online, they're making fun of me. And like, the more you kind of talk about kind of the shocking shit that they say, and they kind of look at you in horror like, what the fuck is going on, dude? So, it's just one of those things where you start to take it a lot less seriously. And, you know, as you start to talk about it, and it gets better. It does. And plus, you know, like I said, I've been working on myself, you know, just working on stuff outside of YouTube, looking to get like some more gigs, doing some more stuff with my school, so that hopefully will line up for a job either with the school or somewhere else in Japan, because I'll have like the listed experience, so I can use that to market myself, which is good, because, you know, the thing is, and a lot of people misunderstand me a lot. I've been doing a lot to correct their misunderstandings, but a lot of people think that I just want to be this big famous YouTuber and do YouTube full time. But that's not the case at all. You know, even if I did get like 1 million subs, I don't think I'd feel comfortable doing YouTube full time. Yeah, so the plan after graduating, if I don't have a job lined up already, is to go hunting for one. So, just like when I got my associates, I'll be eligible for a job hunting visa, Although this time around, I don't think we'll need the full 6 months to a year to get her done. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, so if I don't have a job lined up already, we'll be looking for one. Shouldn't take me too long. Like when Jim of the Kid Shore Yukon, when he got his bachelor's, I think within like a week or two, he already had a job lined up, ready to go. So I'm not expected to be on that visa very long, if at all, again. So and from there we'll see where things go, man. Because like really, and I know I've talked about like possibly moving back to America and stuff like that, and it is a possibility. It's always a possibility, you know, because you never know what will happen, right? You don't know if I'll get like an opportunity stateside or whatever that I just can't pass up. And I think eventually I'll probably move back to America, just because of, you know, developing the skill set, the network, and all of that. It seems inevitable that I'll have to move back to America at some point. But if I had a choice, I'd like to stay in Japan. You know, it's easier to live here. I'm a lot more comfortable living here than in the States as far as financially. You know, I don't have to worry about healthcare as much. I can live cheaply, but still, you know, live well. You know, food prices are a bit much, I will say that. But you know, once I get my own apartment and have my own like proper like kitchen and stuff like that, it's not gonna be as much of an issue. Whereas here, like, and I don't want to go downstairs and mess with stuff because then I gotta bring it up here, and it's just, I don't know, I can't be fucked. I'm sorry. I just can't be fucked. So the extent that I got is a hot water kettle, electric kettle, and a microwave. That's about the extent of it, really. So, oh, and I got a wireless phone charger too, which is nice. I got it mostly because I just wanted to like look at the clock over here as well. So, trying to think, how long have we been on? 47 minutes? Seems a lot longer. But, yeah. Ooh, it's still hot, damn. I let that one set for a bit, too. Still hot. How about that? So we talked about that. Trying to think of if there's any, like, anti-Japandy type news. And I definitely do have some ideas, especially with new equipment coming on Wednesday. Gonna be getting a new lens and a new camera bag. Honestly, I should have gotten that camera bag instead of the one that I have now for my my Sony. I wanted to like keep it within the family and have like the Sony bag, just, you know, for branding consistency. But you know, with the extra lens and stuff like that, it just, like, the bag's already chock full and it doesn't even have the extra lens yet, so it's like, you know. So this is like a proper like backpack sort of thing, but it's a smaller one, a lot smaller than the backpack I normally carry with me. So I think it'll be good overall. And so the lens I got is a used Tamron 2875 with a consistent f2.8 aperture. It's kind of like the typical YouTuber lens, basically. It's really nice. I got a really good deal on it used. That's one of the nice things about Amazon JP, or just Amazon in general, is you can get used gear pretty cheaply out here. Originally I was going to get the 28 to 200, but I just couldn't find a good deal on it. And the ones that were decently priced had some stuff wrong with them that I'm like, can't really overlook that. You know, like there was some cracks with like the lens hood, and you know, there was some like stuff wrong with like the rubber with the zoom. And I'm like, It was just like little cosmetic scratches or something like that on the outsides. Not too bad. But stuff like that is where I start to draw the line, you know? It's like, is it really worth saving like 30-50 bucks, you know, for a fucked up, you know, focus grip? I don't know about that. So, yeah, so the plan is we're going to be shooting a commercial just kind of showing off local Tokyo landmarks and stuff like that. And just kind of showcasing the new campus and just kind of showing like the difference between where the old current campus, the old campus is, and the new campus, which is out in Ryogoku. So just gonna be showing like the difference of things. And I've been out to like Asakusa and stuff, but I've never been out to Ryogoku. So that's gonna be interesting filming out there because I don't really know what's all out there aside from the sumo hall. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, it's a group project, so I've been having a lot of mixed results with that. You know how it is with group projects, right? You always get like the people who don't want to do anything, or like the people who want to do like everything. And you know, with this project, thankfully I have a couple people who want to help. But it's like pulling teeth with the rest of them. They just leave me on red whenever I send a message like, "Hey guys, let's go and do this thing." Either don't say anything or like, "Oh, I'm busy. I'm working. Oh, I got this. I got that." I'm like, can't begrudge them too much, but at the same time, it's like, you know, we gotta end up doing something, right? I don't want the teacher like yelling at us for like not doing anything, right? But at the same time, you know, I don't want to push them too hard because it's, I don't know, going to class here in Japan is a lot different than back in the States. Like back in the States, I would probably just sit back, not really do anything, just kind of let the overachievers kind of do their thing, and you know, I'll help out in the mix, but I'm not really gonna push myself to get out there. But in Japan, I kind of have to because like otherwise nothing will get done, and they'll all kind of look at me like, "Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you do anything? You're the Westerner, you're the American. Why didn't you say something?" You know, so the onus is on me to enact change with things. And you know, it's coming up on like my last couple semesters, so I figure I want to kind of like slow it down a little bit as far as like how much effort I put into projects and stuff. You know, because I don't want to like, not to say that I want to be like a lazy piece of shit, but like I just don't want to be the one that like does everything for everybody anymore. Like I just kind of want to hang back and do my thing. And plus, like I have a bunch of other stuff going on anyway. Like I don't want to just dedicate everything to the projects, you know. So. Yeah, you know, that being said, I do have a pretty good feeling about it. You know, once I get out there recording, get the new footage and all that, it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really good. But yeah, so I've been on for less than an hour now. Wow, feels like I've been chatting for like an hour and a half, man. I remember when I used to say YouTube is like a muscle, right? Like the more you use it, the better you get. The less you use it, like the more like sloppy you get. And I definitely noticed that with this live stream for sure. But I'm glad to be back on here. I don't really have any plans for making this a regular thing again. Like I said, this is just kind of a whenever sort of thing. And especially with November being the end of the semester, I'm going to be like super duper busy. You know, finishing up with final projects as well as finals. So, you know, that's to say, you know, no guarantees if I'm going to be back on here this month. But if I am, awesome. If not, then, you know. As far as the other stuff, Andy Japandi, I definitely do want to make some more videos, especially as stuff's starting to ease up in Japan. Definitely expect some more videos, but that's more like not in the immediate like 1 to 2 week future, but that's more like 2022 sort of thing. You know, especially since we're gonna be doing especially since we're gonna be doing in-person classes again, and I'll actually have to get my fat ass out to Tokyo on the regular again. I definitely want to show off more and kind of pick up where I left off with when I was actually going to in-person classes back in the before times. You know, like going to a store or something like that and just kind of showing you guys around, doing stuff like that, doing some voiceover, just whatever, right? So, but that's going to be starting in 2022. I don't really have any plans for it until then. And as for the Edit by Andy channel, I want to get back to making like some tutorials and some more like real talk type videos, kind of talking about my freelance experience. But like I said, I'm busy with a bunch of projects this month, so it's probably not going to see any regular updates until December at the earliest. If I get it before then, awesome. If not, then you know. But anyway, all that long-winded to do is to say, with all that said, guys, I gotta be careful with my hands, because if I do the usual "with that said, guys," I'll like bump into the mic, so I have to like be cognizant of my space. But with that said, guys, this is Andy. Sign up for now. As always, forever. We'll see you next time. Catch you later, guys. Bye.